All right, there it is. So got all those done and got it all seam sealed up, seam sealed on the inside. Redid some of the scratched up weld through. I had welded all this up and then coated it in epoxy. So it's ready for that to be put up there and welded on for its final time. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully the welds didn't suck those in to where that don't want to fit, but I'm sure I can take a flat spoon and maybe tap that. I don't know, we'll figure it out. It'll work out, I promise. All right, see you guys. All right, I got baby Sweetness out here, so I got some background noise. She's watching Wicked 2, I think. So here we go. This is done. It needs to be welded. It's not done. It needs to be welded. So, but that's it. All the gaps, everything are as perfect as I can get them. And so all I gotta do is weld it. These gaps here, pretty consistent all the way down through there. Said I'm going to pinch weld all that on. I'll pinch weld the bottoms and everything. That gap's pretty good. I think I can come in, pull this in a little bit more. So yeah, and the rest of it is as good as it's going to get. I can pinch these in with a clamp. They're really close already, so just a little bit of a clamp. We'll pull those in and they'll be ready to go. So yeah, what else? All this is good. It's clamped in here, clamped all around, clamped up here good. So it's ready. Gap still the same as it was when we started. I've got the sticks in here. I dropped this hood, or this trunk. I don't remember when it was. Oh, I was pissed, but it hit the ground on both corners and it bent the corners down a little bit. So I'm gonna have to do some body work to bend those up. So that's why I've got the sticks in there holding it like it is and all that. Anyway, so I thought I'd show you right before I start welding, because that's what I'm fixing to do now. All right, so we're welding the quarter panel on, and we'll get to welding this one on. Well, actually, I'm gonna weld both quarter panels on first, and then weld that back panel. But you can see here, got that in, got this in. It did good on the penetration. You can see there. Went ahead and hit those. I'm not gonna do anything with this right now because I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go ahead and, already have gone ahead with that one. And you can see I've just been using this and just coming up in between it to keep it pinched together and using this guy. Yeah, so we're making progress forward. Next, I'll go ahead and do this here. I haven't done under there. I haven't taken this roof off, but that'll probably be one of the last things I would weld. But yeah, she's getting welded together. Big day finally. A little test. So I had a guy tell me that not to sharpen these, not to mess with them. Well, I sharpened this one. This is the one I used for the grip rails. And because these make really small, I mean, they're tiny. And I thought, you know what? I wonder, because it's not going to hurt anything in the area that I'm in right now. The only thing I can see might go wrong with that is it's still only going to touch that small area on the back side. So it may not do that much. But if I was to grind another one of these the exact same size as that, to where they meet nicely and then clamp in, I'm not sure that wouldn't do what I'm wanting. Because, like I said, when I first got this spot welder, the welds are a little small compared to, say, that. And that right there fits into that perfectly. So, and you see these are factory spot welds. So it's just a little bit bigger. Don't know if that's that big of a deal or not, but you'd think, you know, just a little more contact patch would be. So anyway, I'll bring you back to see how that works. Oh, I gotta plug it in. That was dumb. I always unplug it to change all the tips and everything, just to keep me from getting zapped. It actually did make it a little bit bigger. Like I said, I wonder if I made one the exact same size for the bottom one, if that wouldn't change things just a little bit, make it look more like a factory. It works just fine. Like I said, it's not a whole lot bigger than that one, but I'm wondering, because that's not the same tip. I'll do another one. I think I'm going to build another one of these for the bottom. I've got a little piece over there that I can do that with. I may do that and try it in this area since I'm almost done. You're not ever going to see that, so, but yeah, let's see how that works out. See here my test patch that I did to make sure that's going to rip holes in the, make sure it's making good penetration basically. You can see there what it did. It actually dented the material in, ripping it away, and then ripped a hole in it. All right, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see any big difference, any major difference at all, so I just flipped it back over and went back with the round ones that it originally had, and I'm gonna stick with that. It did work great up there because it needed to be narrowed at the top, but outside of that, yeah, I don't see a big advantage basically, and it didn't make them look any bigger necessarily, and maybe I didn't do something exactly right, but regardless, it didn't seem to make that big of a difference. So I just thought I'd be honest with you and let you guys know what I found. All right, we're gonna get to hitting this. All right, there's the wheel lip. You can see it start in the middle. I'm gonna go down, and then I'll come back to this side up here and work its way back down there. So I'm going from, obviously, from the center down. So yep. And you guys know I cut this lip back smaller, probably, I don't know, cut a 1/4 inch off of it, maybe something like that, for wheel clearance. Whether I'm going to need it or not, I don't know, but that's why I decided to do this like this. Anyway, trying to make it look as factory as possible without bending them up, which who knows if I'll still have to do that eventually, depending on if I get bigger tires than 315s. 315s I won't have to at all for sure, but 325s or 335s might. I think this is, where did my, there it is. So from the inside, looking like 14.5 to 14 and not quite 3/4 ish. So pretty good. Of course, that's all the way to the back touching, so you want to leave a little bit of room for your tire, obviously, for flex and all that. I'm not sure exactly how much. Some people say a 1/2 inch on each side, so something like that.